I trusted Ryan's testimony.
Mm.
I mean, I've seen him, I've heard him. His profession of his faith made me feel assured that, and then you stepped in on a guest podcast, and it was just another podcast, but you were new, and it was, and it hit a chord. I mean, that's the best I can say. And at this point, somebody that sees a pastor, whether they know me or not, and hears me tonight, later, whatever, they either believe that I'm the real deal, having a good experience, or they don't, and vice versa with you guys, so I mean, got to just step out and trust, or it's not for you, I guess.
Yeah. I was asking that more, I guess, selfishly, because we've been trying to help a lot of pastors, and we've helped a lot of business people, but it was some about pastors where it's like, I know pastors are overwhelmed. I know we can help them, but I don't know why we can't even jump on calls with them, because they're so overwhelmed they can't even, because we've set up a lot of calls with pastors and just like, oh, I'm not going to make it because of, or I'm too overwhelmed. Just like this, it's so funny that we have a heart to help you to get your time back. You don't even have a tough time to like jump on a call with us. It's very interesting. And I didn't know if it was a trust issue. And just hearing you say that it might be, I'm not sure.
I think we're still, I mean, honestly, I mean, maybe there's other people doing this already that we don't even know of. I have no idea. But if this is somewhat innovative and new for pastors to consider having VAs help them with Christianity ministry applications, it's different than just like my brother was an attorney for 30 years, and 10 years or more ago, he had a virtual assistant from India doing his paralegal work. Well, he eventually went to India to meet his paralegals because he was so happy with what they were doing. And, so the VA concept is not new.
Right.
But I think it is somewhat new in a pastoral application, because our world evolved into such a technical world that the church was not up to date with what needed and is expected culturally on levels of church, on churches that are maybe 500 or less or 100 or less. They just can't keep up with it. And
do you think COVID had something to do with that too? It like forced you into doing more tech?
Oh yeah, I mean, for sure, COVID threw us in a new world. I mean, no question about it. I mean, I've been doing technology stuff longer than the COVID thing, but as a whole for churches in general, yeah, for sure. Yeah,
because we go to a very large church, and I mean, we were doing Facebook Lives and YouTube and all kinds of stuff, but I think when so much of it went off campus, they really had to ramp up the tech stuff, and it caused a lot of problems, even in a very large church, where it was just like they were unprepared for the level of online things they had to do. Because even the tithing and stuff, like we had an app that was kind of working, but then as soon as it was like, oh, the only way the church is going to be able to accept money is through this app, and we didn't really set it up. Like, they completely changed a lot of the software they were using and everything. It was just very interesting to see a large church have to evolve that quickly.
Yeah. And I think there's going to be things that, I mean, if the Lord will bless what we're trying to do here and helping other pastors besides me, I really think there's going to be a lot of new birthing concepts that will inspire other pastors that I don't even see right now. I'm encouraged. This is very encouraging for me. It really is. And I hope this will last a long time and get better, and it'll help grow the kingdom. Honestly, I mean, I'm encouraged.
Stephen, one thing that's not brought up yet, but Gary brought it up in the chat, is about access to things, trusting the VAs with access. And that's a great point, Gary. Thanks for bringing it up. A couple options for those that are watching this, the recording, is a lot of software gives you the ability to create user permissions so that you can hide your credit card information, and the VA only has access to certain parts of that software. The other option is a software called LastPass that allows you to create a login for your VA, but it's all like a login specifically to them, where it does your password was 6 letters long, it would be just 6 dots. It automatically fills it into that website. Like, let's say you're bank account. I mean, most pastors aren't given access to their bank account, although my pastor does have a VA for accounting and bookkeeping, and they have all that access, but they use LastPass so that the VA goes to that site and automatically populates the username and password for them without the VA actually having that actual information. We want to help you get your time back. So click the link below to get your free download.